Hello, I'm Patricia Davis Brown, and today's episode we're going to talk about how to properly light the interior of a glass cabinet and the under cabinet lighting. Under cabinet lighting, to me the best way to do under cabinet lighting is a continuous light flow, uninterrupted. One of my biggest pet peeves that I can't stand is when someone uses a puck light. And what that does is it throws a puddle of light onto the countertop or onto the backsplash, which you don't want, especially if you're doing a beautiful mosaic backsplash. You want that lit evenly, and you also want to make sure that the light source doesn't change the color of the material. With today's technology that's offered to us, LED, it's a great alternative to what we used to have to use, which was halogen lighting. And it was hot. Even though it was beautiful, it had a great color, but it was hot. The LED lighting, one thing you have to be aware of is that the colors can be really wrong. And if they are really wrong, it can turn your materials pink, blue. You don't want that. You want true colors. What's going to give you that incandescent color, that color rendition index of 100? That's going to be a 2700 to 2800 Kelvin temperature in an LED light. Now, as I said before, I like a continuous light spread, and that's achieved by doing a linear light fixture. As you can see, I've used under this cabinet. You can see it's uninterrupted. I can cut it anywhere I need to cut it. And another thing I like to do to really make it installed beautifully is to put it in an extrusion like you see here, as opposed to just a ribbon light with little hot spots. This helps to diffuse the light and spread it evenly across the surface. Another important thing is where to place the under cabinet lighting. A lot of people will put them all over the place, towards the back. I think it's best to bring them out as far to the face of the cabinet as you can, because that's going to put added light on your counter space, increasing your light that hits the counter and where you might be working, but it's still also going to give enough illumination across the back splash. Also, having a rheostat, I think, is very important, because you can set mood lighting and take it to any level that you need. Every age group sees differently, and some people need a lot of light, so that gives the user the ability to control how much light hits their countertop. Interior lighting on cabinetry is very important because typically it's a decorative thing. You want to show what's beyond the glass, and there is a science to it, so we're going to talk about the best way to do that. As you can see here, I once again used our LED light strip. It's very important if you're going to do that to make sure that the cabinet is going to be able to accept that. As you can see with this particular application, I'm dealing with a European hinge, which is going to be different than a more traditional hinge. You've got to look at that because you've got to plan for it. I like to have the lighting strip pulled as far forward as possible so that you can light up the whole cabinet. Again, I don't like to light from above because it either puddles light, and each shelf would get progressively darker, and you'd have to use glass shelves. It's not an effect I'd want, because I'm not going to put the most important things on the top shelf, am I? No, I want everything in there to have equal importance. And you do that by running the light fixture vertically, shining across each shelf evenly, and as you can see, you get even illumination. The result of a well-designed lighting plan is even illumination across the surfaces and the space. The beauty of this is the lighting is there, but you don't see it. For one last tip, hire a professional. Lighting is measurable, it is an exact science, and if you hire the right person, you'll get the right job.